But it's funny you mentioned Art the Clown, Jordan. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. I'm mostly just reading stuff for myself now.
Um, it's funny you mentioned Art the Clown, Jordan. So it's time to take you all back. It's time to bring back an icon of this channel. You know, the reason why we are as successful as we are because we gained so many subscribers from this guy. But it's time to bring back an icon of horror cinema, a modern icon. It's time to bring back Art the Clown. Because I really wanted to re-examine this. So we're talking about Terrifier 3. We'll play the trailer right now.
Survived the most famous serial killer since Jack the Ripper. The 5-year anniversary is coming up. I think a lot of people would really like to hear from you after all this time. Want to know what it's like to be in the presence of that kind of evil. What goes through your brain when he's close enough to you. You feel his breath. I saw him today.
Who? How can you be sure it was really him?
I could feel it.
Who is this Santa? He's scaring my kid.
Yeah, he's scaring me too.
Hey, Santa's handing out presents!
I really wanted to go back to this because for those of you who don't know, when we watched last year we did our Spooky of the Moment podcast, and we did the gnarly stuff, which is the equivalent to this.
Ooh.
Oh, Spooky Jordan! Spooky Jordan's appearing. It's appearance of Spooky Jordan. Spooky Jordan's here.
Ooh.
But we did an episode last year. You could check it out if you want and go back and watch it from last year called the gnarly stuff, which was really the spiritual successor to this episode, a much less good version of this episode.
So wait, no, this is the spiritual successor to that episode.
Yes,
you mean?
that is a much worse version of this, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, we talked about all three of the Terrifier movies together. We both watched them together, and
Boy, did we.
boy did we, boy howdy did we, and that all led to watching Terrifier 3, which came out in theaters last year, and when we were sitting there, and it's funny, Jordan, because the memories of this came up like a couple of weeks ago. We were sitting there, and a family with two 3 to 4-year-old kids walked in, and we both looked at each other and went, "Are we in the wrong movie?" And there's literally a Facebook status of me being like, "Me and Jordan are unsure if we were in the wrong movie. We'll keep you updated." And so we were so uncomfortable watching that movie the entire time.
Yeah,
We were
because they were
so
too young to be watching that
uncomfortable
movie.
because they were too young to be watching that movie, that it absolutely hindered my enjoyment of that movie. And I can say that because having watched this, Jordan, I'm not going to lie to you, I had a great time. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie this time. And maybe it's because the Scream movies aren't overall that violent, and this was like the end of my... I watched this after watching all the
Sorry.
Scream movies.
I'm at like 8%. I'm gonna switch over.
Okay. Take a pause. Hold that thought. Unless you can continue to hear me. You know what? While Jordan does that, you will probably be seeing a clip from us talking about telling the story in that video. I'll probably bring back part of that video. Don't watch 2 of these movies in a row. Did I not say that?
And don't watch 2 in one day. Yeah.
Don't watch 2 in one day. So we're sitting there.
I watched them like Friday. I watched one, and then Saturday I watched another, and even that felt like too much.
They pollute your soul. So we're sitting there waiting for Terrifier to start, and out of nowhere, 3 6-year-old children walk up the stairs, followed with their parents, followed by another family which had like a 14 to 15-year-old and another with like a 16-year-old. And we looked at each other and we went, "Are we in the right theater?
Did we walk into the wrong theater by accident?"
And for legit, like, we're not, no exaggeration, most of the previews, we thought we were in the wrong movie. It wasn't until the trailer for Screamboat Willie came up and like they were saying F-bombs that we're like, no, we're pretty sure we're in the right movie.
And I lean in and make the joke, a family-friendly Mickey movie for your
Yeah.
family.
But they were like it was awful. And, okay, Terrifier
They were
3
way.
clowns. So yeah, so we upset
You,
children.
yeah, you were saying you had a great time.
I had a
this
great
time.
time. I had a great time this time. Maybe it's because the screen movies aren't overly that violent or graphic or upsetting. Maybe it's because I was high the whole time, as opposed because that was a big thing last time, as we watched in theaters. About midway, I'm now sober, and I'm just thinking about the 3-year-olds who are traumatized. It really impacted my ability to enjoy this movie. But yeah, I do have criticisms of it. I do.
I
Think,
mean, I also think part of it for me of why I didn't probably enjoy it is because I watched all three of them back to back after
I
watching an
I
entire week's worth of killer slasher
I
movies
think so.
plus ghost movies the week before.
Because like a lot of my one criticism of the kills in this is they go on too long, and not in that like they go on too long and they're upsetting and unpleasant, but like they go on too long and it starts to become evident that what he's killing is not a human. And I get there's obviously always that disconnect if you get that it's not real, it's a movie, but like in within the universe and my suspension of disbelief of the movie, it just starts to become obvious that it's a dummy that he's just playing with, or it's corn syrup, or it's like the more you hold on him chainsawing into like meat that's clearly been like shaped into a human to look like a human, it becomes evident that that's not actually a human body. So your disbelief starts to shrivel, if that makes sense.
Yeah, suspension of disbelief is pushed to the limit.
Yeah, we're like, oh, that's clearly not actually but I still think Art the Clown is a very funny character. Like there's the sequence where he gets the Santa Claus outfit from the Santa Claus, and he's like, no, when I'm dressed as Santa Claus, I got to give him the whole thing. And it starts off kind of like lighthearted, and as the scene goes on, becomes darker and more violent. I like that. There's the funny bit where he gets the couple in the shower where she's talking about how like she wants to talk to him, and she like thinks he's like one of the greatest serial killers of all time, and he's standing just out of frame like. And there's a point where he's like, sounds like you want to fuck him. And she's like, no, I don't want to fuck him. And he's like just his David Howard Thornton as Art the Clown is phenomenal. He's so good.
His pantomiming.
Oh, he's such a great clown. But my biggest criticism of that movie is I don't like. I will say she is also a funny character. Like she's got some funny one-liners. But like once Art the Clown can talk, the character becomes less interesting. So my thing with the Terrifier series as a whole is when he became a spooky demon clown, he became less scary for me. Like in Terrifier 1 is to me still the best one in terms of story, in terms of fear. Because yeah, when that movie came out, crazy clowns who were intimidating people was just the thing. That was just the thing, right?
Very much so.
That was scary. Whereas when he's a demon clown, demons aren't real. So it's just like not really all that scary for me. It's not. And so this one, the demon girl from the second one possesses the final girl from the last one, and she's like, her face is all like gross and fucked up, and she now talks, and so she talks on behalf of Art the Clown, and she threatens people for him, and he kind of just devolves to being her sidekick. And I saw people who like that, but I'm like, it makes him less interesting as a villain. But she also does have some like funny lines. Like there's a point, one of the characters is the main girl's cousin or something, and she has a present that she's given to the main girl, and she's like, open it. It's shittily wrapped and it's super shitty. And it's just her delivery is really, it's quite funny. It's quite humorous. That's the thing. These movies kind of have humor to them. But yeah, there's some of the kills where you're like, okay, I get it. Like when he just keeps ramming the chainsaw up the guy's backside, and like he just is slowly slicing him in half and just hacking, and you're like, I get it. I got it 2 minutes ago, man. We can wrap this up. Like the movie's like 2 hours long, and it's too long. It's like I think it ends up. It's over 2 hours long, and it's like it could be an hour 45, and it'd be a much tighter movie.
That's where I say too, like that stuff bothers me because that's it reveling in the violence. Like it's just for the sake of it.
Kind of, because like I will say, the thing that forgives it, okay. Hold on to that, because the thing that forgives it is the humor. I think that's what makes it like I do think that he's too mainstream of a character. It weirds me out when I see him with children. Like,
Yeah.
it weirds me out when I see like him at Halloween, Universal Horror Nights, and he's chilling with kids, and I'm like, that's weird to me. Like, that's
Yeah.
weird. That makes me feel weird because I know what he does to kids.
I mean, yeah, I mean that to me that's the equivalent of the like when we watched the movie in theater and the people brought their kids to it. And it's
Yeah,
like this is
this is
not
weird.
for them. Like
No,
this is weird.
but
This is uncomfortable.
I respect this one because you have a movie coming up. It will their line is so fascinating. They will not show kids getting killed. Like, that's his line, and it's so much more effective as a result. Like the bit at the beginning where, and it was hard in the theater. Like, that was a hard scene to watch, where he shows up at the opening scene where he's at that family's house and he kills the
Yeah,
family.
he's Santa.
He's Santa, yeah, and you don't see him kill the kid. You see the kid, he goes into the room, and it's the brother, and the brother's like, "I told you to leave me alone," and you just hear thwack, and it's loud. The sound effects, the sound design is so good. Like, you feel it, and it's so much more impactful than when he spends 20 minutes axing the dad and he just becomes meat. Like, it's so much more upsetting when you just hear that thwack and that squelch. Like, it's such a much more impactful image. It's still not my favorite Terrifier movie. My favorite Terrifier movie is still the first one, but I definitely enjoyed this way more. Yeah, if you're going, if you, I will say one of these movies in a week is enough. Like, I watched the third one, and then I was gonna maybe watch the second one, and I went, I'm good. I'm okay.
There's just no way.
I'm okay. But like, supposedly the fourth one, the first 15-ish minutes are Art's backstory, and I'm of two minds of that. I can't lie and say apparently they're gonna tell you exactly what his backstory is, and I think that's a mistake on the one hand, because I'm like, when Scream gets this right, the more you know about a thing, the less scary it is, right? So the more you know about Art the Clown, to be fair, these movies like hint that he's a children's performer who snapped, because in the second movie, I don't know if you remember the Clown Cafe, but like, there's more references to like a serial killer who kills kids. So I think his backstory is like, yeah, he was a children's performer who snapped. But like, yeah,
Isn't it like he's a children's performer who gets like possessed by a demon? Because isn't he supposed to be a demon?
well, in the second and third one, yeah, he gets possessed by a demon. He's being controlled by the demon. But
Yeah.
in the first one, he's just a guy. So he gets killed at the end of the first one, and the demon that's possessing the girl Victoria, she brought him back to life, and she's the member in the second one, the little pale girl.
Vaguely.
The little pale girl possesses the girl with the fucked up face. So now she is the girl with the one death in this that I was like, it's too far. Besides the rat one, which is the one that made David Howard Thornton vomit, which I don't blame him. That one's disgusting. Is the one where when basically after the events of the second one, they go into hibernation for 5 years. She gives birth to his head, and it reattaches, and they go into hibernation for 5 years, and some guy finds him, and yeah, Art, I can't remember how, Art kills him while she's how to do this in a PG fashion, using a knife in her hoo-ha.
She C-sections herself.
No. She's, you know, a thing one girl would do for fun.
Oh, I see.
She's doing that, but with a knife.
Yeah. No, I got it.
I remember that was unpleasant when there were kids around, and that was even more. That was equally as unpleasant this time.
I mean, the entire thing was unpleasant when
Yeah,
there
but that
was
one in
kids around.
particular because it had like that was the one thing I respect, and the third one has a sex scene, and I didn't. I'm usually a guy who's not against the sex scene, but that was the one thing I like about Art the Clown. Is like for how disgusting and depraved and violent the Terrifier movies are, at least there was no sexual violence. Like that's my line. I can't do sexual violence in movies. I just can't. It will ruin a movie for me. So like the fact there is no sexual violence in this, I'm like, you know what? At least there's that. So yeah, I will absolutely watch the fourth one. I'll go watch it in theaters by myself if I have to.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I have no desire. I've largely blocked them out of my memory. I don't want to watch them.
I'm gonna pitch it, and I'm gonna be like the only condition will be it will be the only violent thing we watch that week. That will be it. So it won't be like jam packed in a week of. It'll be the only movie. It'll be the only movie that's violent we watch that week, and it probably won't be connected. It'll just be so I can watch it in theaters. I don't know. I really truly don't. Because yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. Without the option to be stoned throughout it, it does lose some of its charm. I think because I was stoned as balls, it made it more enjoyable because you were able to like, it's a cartoon. It's a cartoon. It allowed me to do that.
Yeah. All I know is that I didn't have a pleasant experience with it.
But there's a but coming, just so you know. All right, that's it for Terrifier 3. Hey there, everybody. It's NCAR Justin here again, and yeah, this was my return to Terrifier 3 and Art the Clown. And I didn't dislike it as much as I did the first time, but let me know, what are your thoughts of the Terrifier franchise, Art the Clown, Terrifier 3, anything you're thinking, let me know down in the comments down below. But in the meantime, if you'd like to see the full Slasher Sunday special we did, you click the box on the left. Or if you just want to see a random video that YouTube thinks you're going to enjoy, click the box on the right. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. We put new videos out 7 days a week. Or you can just leave us a like. That helps us out too. We will see you all in the next video.